Right, I've got you the best striker build to start off your FIFA 23 journey. A lot of people make some simple errors with this, putting points into finishing, things like this. Don't do this. You don't need the finishing points, trust me. First off, I've played 18, 28 goals, 7 assists. The match ratings definitely changed. You can see the average rating says 7.4. If I go over to the leaderboards and look at the top 100 right now, everyone's rating is basically below a 6, which is strange compared to other FIFAs. I don't know if that's going to affect leveling. We'll see if it's just a visual bug. But to start us off, I recommend 5 for 6, £99. Nice and lightweight. You can go up and down a little bit from here. Again, it's just a starting build, so don't focus too much on it. And when you do get into your first game of clubs, a lot of these will not be available. I believe you start with this distance shooter, cool head, and like the clutch save. So obviously you're going to go with the distance shooter. As you can see here, every shot you take, not every, but most, goes in.
Sorry.
The hotspot, bro. You got a 10.
Hold on. What a
Hey man, that is so OP. I'm going to teach you how to do that shot. It seems like the new meta right now, the outside of the boot. I'll teach you at the end of this video. So I'm playing left wing, not striker, not centre forward, not cam, left wing, okay? You want to be left wing because, or right wing, obviously it's the same thing. You get better pace and your shooting really is not that much worse. And I think when you're starting off, pace is quite important. And that is why when I take you into the striker build, or sorry, my left wing striker build setup, I put a lot of points into pace. I've got 38 points here in this skill. I'm going to show you where the 38 have gone, right? I've played like, what, 20 games? This is where I put my points. After I've shown you where they are, I will show you the order in which I place them. So we have got dribbling, a little bit of dribbling here. Quite a lot, to be fair, for an early game, because I just feel like the touch and the dribbling is awful. So ball control and dribbling, I would like the 4-star skills, but it's not essential when you start off in the game. Shooting-wise, I've got a 4-star weak foot, just giving me that little bit of extra chance of taking chances on the weaker side, and a lot of acceleration for obvious reasons. Acceleration more important than sprint speed, especially in the early parts of games, just to get away and that extra touch from defenders. Now let me show you the order in which I place these. I'll go down to the new build, just ignore the centre mid thing for obvious reasons. But yeah, this is now 38 skill points, acting as if I had just played a game and I got my first skill points. So the first thing I did was just come down and put them in acceleration, maybe 3 down, something like that. I think you start off with 15 skill points. I then actually got the weak foot as well. So I got weak foot and pace. That is the first 2 things I got when I started playing this game. As I leveled up more and more, I didn't put, and a lot of you will be like, why is this guy playing striker and not putting points into finishing? Again, I'm going to show some clips whilst I'm talking over this video as to why I don't need it. You have to spend 6 skill points to get +5 finishing. The finishing is fine. Your problem is getting into the positions to finish. So that's why dribbling, ball control, and the pace will get you into better positions on the pitch, or make you be able to hold the ball up and be able to get a shot off, because it's all good and well having like 90 odd finishing, but if you're just like a tree trunk rolling about, you're not going to get in the position to even shoot. You're not going to have a time to take a touch. You're not going to be able to get in behind to get space. I don't think that, there's that much of a difference between 74 and 79 finishing, whereas there's definitely a big difference between 71 pace and, okay, this is not a good example because we're in the centre mid setup. Let me just quickly change that. So my point being 84 pace and 90 pace, I feel like there's quite a big difference. The difference between finishing on 76 to 81, I know the numbers are similar in an increase, but it just doesn't seem to me like there's that much of a point. So I allocated to acceleration and the weak foot. I then came over to the dribbling tab and started working on dribbling and close control, because I just felt like my pro was so sluggish when taking touches, getting dispossessed as soon as the ball came into me, and it was just doing my head in. The way I play, like to do like little close control, things like that, and I just couldn't do it. So I had to come down, get some more acceleration, get some dribbling. That went into sprint speed, and then I believe my last point went into this agility tab up here, and that is the basic order, or around that, of what you guys want to go ahead and do. I'm going to run some clips here. I'm going to show you guys how to score goals. This isn't going to be a striker tips video, but I want to help you out. I've played the game early, and this just feels like, if you're playing the game early in striker, how to score pretty much every time. Do me a massive favor, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel not to miss any Pro Clubs live streams or any of the best content. We're bringing it to you right here. You do also have a decision to make once you play a few games between the skilled dribbler and the distance shooter. For now, I'm keeping on the distance shooter. I think I'll probably move, as when I get this next one, to well, I'll add the skilled dribbler on top of it. Right, I said I was going to show you guys a way to score goals on this FIFA, and yeah. looking towards his own goal. That might have looked absolutely terrible, but trust me, if you hold L2 when you shoot and you try and sort of position the ball on your weaker side, do this outside of the foot shot, and it's kind of crazy. We scored a hell of a lot of goals with it. Basically, every time I'm in, I'm doing it at the moment, and it's working. So hold L2 or the back bumper on Xbox, and then circle or whatever your shoot button. It's a really effective way to score. Other than that, I'm still relatively new to the game. The passing and the dribbling is tough to get your head around. So like, you got to just get your shots off where you can. The distance shooter trait, goalkeepers seem to be pretty bad. So I'm just shooting, and the ball's going in a lot. Again, there with the L2 held down. Just, it seems to be really over the top, very easy to score goals. You can see Crudo there, he gets the ball from a corner and does it. We must have scored like a good 20% of our goals last night on stream, just holding down that L2. You can still ball roll the keeper. You've seen a couple examples of Billy doing that so far as these clips have played out. So that's still effective, running in and ball rolling the goalkeeper, of course. But these distance shots, holding L2, I mean, just repeat, repeat, repeat. Give it a go. I actually do quite like it, but it does seem overpowered. Like, you can just basically do it from absolutely anywhere. There's some interesting things in pro clubs this year, guys. We've got a lot to talk about on this channel, including skill points, FIFA points even, have been added to this game. So I'm going to do that in tomorrow's video. Subscribe if you aren't already, because you'll miss the video otherwise. There are FIFA points in FIFA 23 pro clubs. That's a real statement. Now, there's also a couple ways you can level your pro, gain skill points and things like that. One of the ways to do it is to play Volta. I know that sounds very strange, but they've merged the two game modes together. If you play Volta games, you seem to unlock skill points quicker than you do if you don't. So I've been playing a couple of Volta games and just getting the odd skill point given to my pro on pro clubs, which is obviously unreal. And the other way to do it is to play the skill games feature, which is on the main tab here. You can see play skill games just there between drop-in, match and statistics. And when you do that, you level up. You get 2,000 XP a week cap. So obviously if you get that 2,000 XP and it's capped out, there's no point carrying on. But you unlock skill points after doing them, and they're very easy to do. It must have taken me 25 minutes, half an hour, and I sort of got maybe 6 skill points from it for the week. So it's kind of worth doing, to be honest. And obviously if you get the A rating, you get the more XP. I think 150 in certain skill games, 125 in others. But you still progress if you get like a D or anything lower than that. You still get XP in the top. Look at that, taking the dub over Crudo, unlucky mate. But yeah, you can see I'm back out of this skill game and I end up with 2 skill points randomly. I haven't quite worked out how. If anybody in the comments knows how that works, please explain it to me, because I don't really understand why I get the skill points or what I have to do in those skill games to get them, because it wasn't like I maxed it and then got them. It was like I was getting them at random points during the 2k XP. Personally, I like that though, because you're always waiting for people to come online on pro clubs. This gives you a way to level up your pro without having to wait. Ignore the kit here, but I mean, look at what is going on. Standing in the middle of the cameraman. She's standing in the middle of the cameraman. So as you can see, this is just what works for me. I've seen builds come out already with finishing on them. It's not to say they're wrong, it's just how I play the game. I wouldn't recommend it. I just don't think there's any point. There's a lot of changes to pro clubs, including microtransactions and FIFA points, which is fairly scary. Subscribe to the channel to not miss a single video. We're going to be live tonight, and also check out our Twitch in the link in the description. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Enjoy FIFA 23.